Hi everybody, this is Cheryl with Tipsy Tuesday. This week I thought I would just do some random kitchen tips, and I'm going to be looking down at my paper to remind me of my notes here. Sorry about that. The first one is for a double boiler. Now, most of you use a double boiler to like melt cheese or chocolate or something like that. And if you have ever had a instance where it takes a while, you're using it for a while, and your water runs out, way to prevent that is in the bottom portion of the pan where you put the water, drop you some marbles or a jar lid into the bottom of the pan, and then put your water in there. And when you hear the marbles or the lid start rattling, you know you're getting low on water, so you need to add water to your pot, the bottom portion of your pan, of your double boiler. And it works better if you add hot water to that so that you kind of keep that boiling. Okay, the second one is for flour. Now, for preps, when you're preparing your flour for preps, you want to freeze it ahead of time, and that'll kill anything that might be growing in the flour, but if you have like a canister of flour that you keep out on your counter or in your cabinet or something, if you put a stick of spearmint gum in the canister with your flour, that will prevent any bugs. They'll keep bugs out of your canister. The next one is for your barbecue grill, or any kind of grill pan that you, or grate that you use to cook with. If you coat or spray a coat of cooking spray onto your grill before you put it, on, before it gets hot, while it's still cold, spray that down with cooking spray, and then as soon as it gets cool enough to clean off, immediately clean your grill up. Not only will it help keep your grill from getting all caked up, but it will also keep your food from sticking much better. Okay, eggs. There's ways that you can tell how old your eggs are. If you have a pot of water, and you drop your egg into the water, or a bowl or whatever, but we test them when we're boiling eggs. If your egg, when you drop it in the water, goes to the bottom and stays on its side, it's a fresh egg. If it goes to the bottom and is at like a 45-degree angle, it's about 3 to 5 days old. If it stays on the bottom but stands upright at 90-degree, it's 10 to 12 days old. And if that egg floats to the top, you better throw that thing out, because it ain't no good. Okay. And the last one I have is if you're using a half of an onion for a recipe or something of that nature, cut the onion in half and use the top portion. Leave the bottom portion where the root is, leave that on, leave the root on, and store it that way. It lasts longer if you store the root half of the onion and use the top half of the onion. Also, when you're cutting up an onion, if you cut up the onion and cut the root end off last, you will get less tearing while you're chopping up your onion. Also, you want to freeze your onion 10 minutes prior to chopping it, or refrigerate for an hour before chopping it, and that will also lessen your tearing up when you're chopping up your onion. I know there are more tips on how to prevent tearing up. You know, I've heard holding it underwater while you're chopping. That's kind of hard to do. But there's other tips. But these are the ones that we found works best for us. If you have any other tips, just general kitchen tips, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. We have the, let's see, this is 16. We have a cup. We have one more, and then we're going to be doing the viewers edition. If you have any ideas for tips that you would like for us to talk about, let us know in the comments. If you have a situation where you'd like to have some tips on something, let us know. Put it in the comments. And I will end it today. You all have a great day, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.